Robbins.
Let me tell you something, my friend. I have a prediction to make. This show is going to be
something.
This show is going to be very successful in the Naples area.
And someone else is going to pick it up.
Someone else will pick it up, and you will miss out on a bonanza, a ratings bonanza. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There's no way a show like this doesn't pull big ratings. And Bill, just to
Howard,
make you jealous.
I've made you. You
Hey.
think about something. I've made you. It's like being banned in Boston.
Oh, please, Bill. That never helps when people ban us. And let me tell you something, just to make you jealous, whoever picks us up in the Naples area will get this close-up of Robin's breasts right now. Go ahead, Robin.
Will you behave?
Look at that.
I'm not doing that.
Come on. Come on, for the show. For the show.
You're
What's the matter?
crazy.
No, go.
Howard, did you read? Howard?
Bill,
Howard.
can you quiet down? I'm trying to get a close-up of
We're trying
Robin.
to do a show here.
Yeah, we're trying to do a program. Now,
Don't
let me
interfere with that.
Bill, you say that there were no picketers outside your station. You say a couple of people put pressure on your sponsors, and yet you buckled under the pressure and canceled
Howard,
our TV show.
Oh, that it were a couple people, Howard. We're talking about hundreds of people.
Hundreds
But you
of people.
see how
Hundreds
rumors
of
start?
people.
We
There's only
heard
a
there
few
were
hundred in the area. I
riots.
mean, yeah.
We heard there were riots. We heard there...
All kinds of things were happening at his station.
All right,
Howard, did
now,
you read-
Bill, let me
did you-
introduce someone to
Go
you,
ahead.
please. Enough of you, Bill, because I must introduce you to people. I'm going to
You didn't
introduce
read
two
my letters.
people who also hate me.
Oh.
Now, they say they do not like the Howard Stern Show. Come on in. Take a seat, please. And, sir, you take a seat. Very nice. All right, now we have two people here. Hello, we have...
These are real people?
We have...
Well, what are we, mannequins there? We're real.
No, they're real people. We have Williana Morgan
Yes.
and Johnny D.
Johnny D, that's me.
All right.
Johnny D.
Now, are you two married?
No.
No, you were not
We don't
married.
even know
We had
each
a
other.
child together, that's about it.
Okay, now let me first go to Williana. Williana, what is it you don't like about the show?
I don't dislike the show. I don't like you and your attitude.
Right.
Robin, I like.
Is that because you're both black? Is it a black thing that you both like? You know, a lot of black people, a lot of black
I
people,
respect her.
a lot of black people don't like white people.
That has nothing to do with
Maybe
He
that's what
doesn't
it
look like
That
that
has
kind of
nothing to
person.
do
Do you love white people?
Do I love them?
Do you love them?
I have family that's white.
You do.
And I'm not
We're not here,
embarrassed
this is
about
not a racist issue here. We're not talking about black and white.
Well,
Let's get to
Johnny,
the
I'm
point.
gonna-
You don't know her. You don't know what her issue is.
Johnny, do you know this woman personally?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, so let me just finish with her,
It
then I'll
seems
come
like you're
to you.
including me as well.
So far we got a guy who backed down and canceled our TV show right here. This guy right here, Bill.
Bill. Oh, you applaud him.
Yeah.
We got, you like that he canceled the
Yes.
show.
Well, you couldn't like me very much if you want to put me
And
out
to
of
make it a
work.
Robin Quiver show, yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
see.
That's
Well,
hardly going to happen.
we have Williana, who, of course, does not like me, but
She
likes
objects to
Robin.
you.
Now,
What
is
is wrong
it?
with his attitude?
Yeah, what is it you don't like about me?
You're a chauvinistic pig.
Now, how is that? How do you
All
see
you
that?
do, you make women, you belittle women, is
Right.
what you do.
I
I mean,
see.
one of your Christmas shows or whatever was one of the nights nothing else was on TV, so I turned to your show.
Now, isn't that interesting? A woman who doesn't like the show, nothing. You see, Bill, even you're laughing. All of these people who hate my show,
She
they
couldn't turn off the set.
couldn't turn on. How to stay tuned to see me be abusive to women. All right, now, how was I abusive, Williana?
The way you just make women seem just very small and like animals.
Now, how did I make them seem like animals?
You make like you have some kind of great thrill about me watching lesbians kiss. I don't
Now,
know
what is wrong with lesbians kissing? Why is everyone
This is the only
anti-lesbian?
place you can see lesbians. Lesbians are hidden otherwise.
And that's why you're up the air and wherever the sky is at now.
30
for
friggin'
Bill.
There are 30 friggin' channels, and yet Williana chose to watch me.
Because there was nothing else on. Star
was-
Trek wasn't on,
There
and the
was
Honeymooners
nothing
wasn't
else on, and you had to watch me.
I happened to flip, and there you were acting stupid. I says, let me see. I mean,
I
after all,
say you
do
like the
some-
show.
No,
I think
I
there
don't
is-
How many
like
other
it. I
shows
do
have
not
you
like
watched,
it. I
Williana?
do not, maybe one or twice. That's about it.
Really?
I
Really?
really, honestly do not watch the show.
All right, let's go over
Sometimes,
to...
depending on who you have on, I might watch it for them, but I don't turn
then
it to
it's
watch
more
for
time.
you.
Oh, I see. Sometimes you do watch me, but you ignore me and
Watch
watch
the
whoever
show.
else is
Right.
on. All right, I
You know,
still...
that happens with me and Arsenio. I don't like him, but sometimes he has a guest.
There you go.
That makes me watch.
That's right. So therefore you watch. Now let's get to Johnny D. Johnny, now, where do we find you? How do we get a hold of you?
Leaving 9BP TV show this morning, one of
yeah?
your people, they asked the audience members if anybody here disliked you. And I said, yeah, I was one of those.
Now, why do you dislike the show?
I don't dislike the show. Some of the segments are pretty good. I like the segments,
Right.
okay? But it's just what you do to people. You downgrade them, especially women. You're going to use body parts and whatnot for display or what, when you touch
Now,
them
let
in
me
certain
ask you
areas.
something, Johnny.
It's
A lot of-
degrading. It really is. I have kids that like you. And they want to stay up and watch it, either that or they're asking me to tape the show for you, and I can't. I can't really show them. So it's because they're hating me that I'm hating you for things that you stand for.
Oh, I see.
What you're allowed to do. And Channel 9 should be damn crucified for allowing this kind of nonsense on the air. And who the hell is enforcing all as to what could be shown and what not. The FCC, where the hell are they?
Well,
Well,
first
wait
of
a
all,
minute.
first of all, I agree with you. Channel 9 should be condemned for showing this program. I will agree with you there, right there, Johnny.
But isn't there
I'm
such
a
a
fan
thing?
of yours in some respect.
I
But
see.
Johnny, let me
time-
ask you something.
Sure, hon.
Isn't there such a thing as adult programming and children's programming? This
Yes,
is not
but you
necessarily
see,
for
you
adults,
reach
and it's
audiences
on
of
late
all-
at night. It is not our responsibility to keep all the children away from the
Can't
set.
you supervise
But you
your
see,
kids?
you're overwhelming that you've reached all audiences of all ages, including my kids who listen to you in the morning on a radio show before they go to school.
But can't
now,
you supervise
we wanna-
the kids to not listen to the radio? I mean, I tell my kids, don't watch that program. Don't watch that.
It's
Listen.
like,
Do they do it,
it's
though?
Of
like
course
the
they
kids.
do it. I'm their parent. I'm in charge of the household. I tell the kids what they're allowed to watch. The other night, Entertainment Tonight was on. They were showing some sexy scenes from that new Sharon Stone, Michael Douglas movie. I told the kids to get out of the room. Daddy had to watch dirty stuff. And that's what I do. I don't understand this philosophy. Children, protect your children from what you don't want them to see.
It's not that
And that's
easy to
it.
do. It's like trying to tell a kid when you go to bed and go to sleep. And for some reason, they've snuck in a magazine and that you don't know about, and they read about it. And how do they hear
You
about
mean to
such
tell me in
things?
your house on a Saturday night, 11 o'clock, you don't have anyone supervising your children?
How old are these kids?
How old are they?
Hey.
Yeah, that's
My
seriously.
kids are 12 and 9, and they're in bed by 10:30. That's not the point. I said I taped the show.
Right.
You see? You forget that.
Yeah, you
I
taped
taped the show because they asked me to, and I tell them, no, I can't do it. Now they hate me.
But you said you tape it,
Because of all the damn things you say and do, and you're showing all kinds of
so
sexual
your children
perversions.
hate you because you don't tape the program?
My
And now you're angry at us.
I have to be, because if I can enforce or try and convince you two to change your ways of TV, what you're doing on your shows, maybe I can show some of this to my kids.
I see. Well, all right.
After all,
Well,
I mean, you
you're
can
married.
attract an
You have a
audience if you
wife.
like.
How
You can
can
keep
you
going
do
with
that
this
to women?
forever. I
that
don't
seems
care.
very. It
How does
seems.
your wife feel about all that?
Why is everyone concerned about my wife? Who gives a rat's ass what my wife thinks? This is how I make a living. I don't care what my wife thinks. I couldn't care if my wife hates this. She could go out the door if she doesn't like it.
Now, Williana, these women who come on the show are volunteers or paid actresses. So if they continue to want to participate,
Right. Well, right.
what's the problem?
You know, I
don't
came
know.
on here with a
I
list
still
of
don't
things
think
that I
it's
wrote
right.
myself, but it's too damn vulgar for me to
Yeah.
even say. There's no words in here that are bad, but, you know, it was to put you down personally. And I said,
Right.
I sat in a green room watching this, and I didn't see any reason why to hate you any further than I already did.
So maybe we've won you over a little bit.
You didn't win me over entirely. I do believe that for the viewing audience, the public here say, they do need a change. They need to be straightened out as far as what can be seen or what is
You don't think
allowed
the
on
average
television.
adult knows what he should
Yeah.
watch?
Excuse me for rambling on.
Right. Well, no, it's okay. It just seems to me your point is, if I can sum up, you want to make sure that the average adult doesn't get to see what he wants to see. You want someone to
You
regulate
don't want
that for
adults to
you.
be able to make a choice.
You want to go to some kind of system where the government chooses for you.
I want before you people run rampant.
I see.
And be
Now,
able to do whatever the hell you
Which
want. I think the
sometimes it
FCC
has
needs to
been.
come down and crack down and say, listen, we must stop. Why
you want a
You're
couple,
for
you want five
censorship.
people and the government to tell you what you can and can't watch. Is that it?
Well,
The two
no,
of you
I want
agree?
the
no,
line
but what
drawn.
you're-
You
the
seem to be
things you're
stepping
doing is
over
not
it, and you're going to continue to
necessary.
You
do
guys
so.
want a line drawn for you? You, as adults, feel you need a line drawn for you?
For me,
No.
for you.
For me.
You to continue broadcasting.
But you can't turn the
material like
channel
you're
off
doing.
in your house, in
Yeah.
other words.
Of course we
My
can.
main-
Well, you see,
my
you
main objective
attracted
is-
an audience now. My
Right.
kids are one of those audience, and they want to see you. And I say, no, you're denied. You cannot because it's too bad for you.
Let me ask
Isn't
you,
that
if
a
your kids
man-
want to, if your kids want to smoke crack, do you tell them no?
Of course.
All right. So you did it. You're being a parent.
I did it,
That's
sure.
how I am.
But
If
they're
you
mad
don't
at
like
me.
the show, don't let your kids watch it. And if they, you don't have to be the best friend to your parents. There's nothing wrong with being a strong parent. I'm that way
Or
with my
your kids. You don't have to be
There's
the
about
best
50
friend.
shows I won't let my kids
You know,
watch.
not to get off the track, but I'm an independent producer for cable, for community access per se, and I do a lot of programs, nice programs. And somebody people come up to me and say, "How come we don't see something like Stern on your show?" I said, "Because this is community access. This is me. I'm not Howard Stern. You want to confront that issue? Ask this man here."
I see. All right. Well, okay. So, Bill.